Just watching everything that he does, just trying to mirror him and shoot around, listen to the questions that are being asked, and just really be hyper focused, especially with what my role might be. Should he be out? Obviously, you never wish that on anybody. And AG's a soldier. We know he's going to try to tough it out and play in that game. But should he not be able to go out there and be himself, I'm ready to step up and do whatever's asked of me. Just how intense it is and how much each game means. We've now been in two 7-game series, and it just feels like a whole nother season. You know what I'm saying? The mental toll it takes on you, the physical toll it takes on you, the attention to detail, everything is just magnified. So I just say that, it's just so much more important, and these games mean so much. What I do on my day off? Oh man, I just kicked it. I got some friends and family in town. We just went to dinner last night, and for the most part, rested my body, iced. Got some treatment here with our trainers, and watched a little bit of film. The game's all I've been thinking about, and I think that's everybody. So, a little bit, a little bit. I think that it's nice to have the day of rest, but I think we're all just scratching and itching to get to that game. I mean, I know that it's been hard for me to, sleep the past 2 nights just because of the excitement. So I think everybody's ready to just go out there and lace them up and play.
Peyton, is there part of you, man? You lose Mike, you have 7 games galore, and now AG. Bring it on, man. Does it embolden you?
Yeah, absolutely. I love to rise to the occasion, and I love to be there when my brothers need me and when I'm counted on. That's definitely a big responsibility, and to be trusted with it means the world. So I'm going to go out there and execute, just like I have been able to in the past. We played a juggernaut of a match versus them here at home, and it felt like a playoff game when we won that game. So, I've been there before, and I've started games, but this is just going to be a whole nother level. So I'm definitely excited and locked in for it.
As you prepare, if AG shouldn't be able to go, as you prepare for that, is it more change on the offensive end or the defensive end? You have to take on a different role.
I don't think much changes at all. I just think the amount of time that I'm out there is more. So I just look at it, as a bigger canvas for me to go out there and kind of have my imprint on the game. Me and AG are special for different reasons. AG is obviously one of our most reliable, consistent players for the past, 3, 4, 5 years. So definitely, a big spot to fill, big shoes to fill, but I'm definitely more than capable, and I got my own, special imprint I can leave on the game, and that's what I'm going to do.
How much do you guys tap into your Game 7 experiences from this year and last year already?
I think we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to rely on experience, execution down the stretch. This team has played a lot of Game 7s, and we have a lot of playoff experience, regardless of, who's going to be out there and whose name is called. I think everybody just has a comfortable feeling with knowing that our backs are against the wall and knowing that we have to win. And we're going to go out there and do everything we can to do that.
How much does that help from an emotional standpoint? I know you mentioned execution being Game 7's late, but understanding the pressure, the heightened awareness of this game, how does it help emotionally?
Yeah, no, I was talking to Julian about that yesterday, and I'm almost, the pressure, it excites me. You know what I'm saying? I'm betting on myself and putting all the pressure on myself to go out there and perform because it's win or go home, biggest stage in the NBA. So I think that the pressure is warranted. It's a pressure situation, and I think that's only going to heighten my focus and kind of my precision out there on the court.
That game in November, you have the block at the buzzer. Is there any part of that? I think both teams were missing guys. It wasn't just AG, but is there any part of that that kind of demands extra attention during this 3-day window in terms of preparing for different situations?
I think I definitely, go back and watch how I was guarded, kind of watch how they played with me in the game defensively, as opposed to how they're going to play with AG. But at the same time, I've played so much with that unit of guys. I think that they're comfortable with me sliding right into that position, and I'm super comfortable with it as well. I'm demanding a lot of myself, and so is the team, and I'm happy about that.
With the amount of zone you guys have been playing, and just the way you're guarding Shea, puts a lot of even more emphasis on Joker's communication as the guy in the back line. What's impressed you the most about how he's navigated that as you guys are trying to stop SGA?
Like you said, him just being vocal and being loud back there. He's calling all the shots on defense. He's our captain. and we look to him to know where guys are at, even when we can't see him. So just having him back there, there's a big layer of trust. But I don't think anybody's having any problems trusting Joker. He knows what he's talking about. He's one of the great basketball minds that I'll ever be around and I've ever been around. So grateful to have him back line as opposed to anybody else.
Peyton, it was kind of funny watching Jamal kind of goof on SGA with the flopping stuff, but the refs aren't going to call flopping. They're not going to do it. Should you guys consider, or have you considered embellishing yourself to try to draw calls, or is that just not the style that you want to play by?
I think that's kind of been the trend that's kind of we've been following since the start of this series is kind of maybe you got to sell those calls a little bit more. If you're not doing it, maybe you're more at a disadvantage than guys who are doing it. We see they're not calling flopping technicals, which is fine, but at the end of the day, you got to kind of do what gives you an advantage. And in games like these, I think if you are being fouled or you do feel like there's contact that's illegal, you should be able to embellish a little bit and show it. But at the end of the day, that's not my really game. That's not really my game. I'm gonna leave that to the people who are good at it, and I'm gonna just stick to what I'm good at.
You ever had a hamstring strain?
Absolutely, right before the season. I know you remember.
How hard is it to play with that?
Oh, it's tough. It's super taxing because with that hamstring, them soft tissue injuries, it hurts to do anything. It hurts to bend over in a defensive stance. It hurts to get out of bed. It hurts to brush your teeth in the morning. Like, it's just one of those things that nags at you. So I know how much of a soldier AG is, and I know how much he wants to play. And I think he has 1,000% intentions of going out there and trying his best to play. And for that alone, we're proud of him. So no matter what ends up happening, we're all going to be ready on behind him, but we're pushing for him.